I have met some Korean women during my motherhood journey, and they're very articulate. They're very passionate about their culture, and they're very innovative. So I think that is what your culture is sharing in Australia.
So it's not the culture itself. I'm sure the culture itself is all about being humble, being there to serve others, but also my Christianity background. That's what's reflecting mostly in what I do,
Yes.
all the actions that I take. So even though I'm an Asian woman, Asian women usually very submissive. I mean, that's how they're perceived and how they're trained to be. You have to be very submissive, but the nature itself, yes, I am very quiet most of the time, and I actually perceived myself as an introvert before I began this startup journey. But the nature of a startup itself, you have to go out there and sell yourself and sell what the startup is about and what you do and why you do it. And through that, I've actually got connected with so many different people. And then through that journey, I discovered that I really enjoy meeting people. And through that, I get so much energy, And through that, I'm constantly, going out there, and through the action and through what I do, I'm kind of, reflecting my belief, my core value, which is all about serving other people and the community.
I think that's where I met the mom from the play group. She impacted me. I think I still have a number, and she was a beautiful friend, and she was a churchgoer, different to myself, but but religious like myself. Had small children, and I lost contact with her. So that gave a good memory to me about the Korean moms.
Yeah, I mean, very family oriented. I mean, most moms will do, they would do anything for the children, but at the same time, I want to give them a strong message on the purpose in their life. Their purpose is not all about becoming financially successful. I don't want to tell them, oh, you have to study hard so you can go to a good uni, so you can get a good job. That's not my core value. My core value is being there to serve the community and, and live a life as a follower of Jesus. That's the message that I'm constantly telling the kids. Not go after money, not go after success. You have to have a clear purpose in your life, which is about, serving other people.
Well,
and,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. And you have sons or daughters or both?
Oh, I've got 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 daughter. Eldest son, he's in year 8, and he actually just got back from his 4-month mission trip to Laos and Cambodia. And he had an amazing experience, and he has grown so much both in his physically, but at the same time in his heart as well.
How wonderful is that? You've sent your son overseas on a mission at that age.
Yeah. Only in year 8. So beginning of year 8, he went to Laos and Cambodia, and I shared that message through Facebook and social media too.
Through his church group?
Yes, through the church, and also 6 students. They were called high school missionaries. So they went to Laos and Cambodia as a missionary, even though they're very young at their age, to serve the community, to serve those people, with whatever gifts and talents that they have. It may be not very distinguished, or it may not look very big at all, but they were there to serve those people with whatever talents and gifts that God has given them. And
what was the feedback from your son?
Oh, I mean, I actually took a photo of the Mother's Day card that he sent to me from overseas, and he was telling me, Mom, you told me that, it's going to be lifetime experience. And I do truly believe that I'm going through that experience, once in a lifetime, opportunity that you have given me. And I'm very thankful for that.
What a lovely experience for him. And did you experience that yourself when you were his age?
So I went on mission trips to various countries from the first year of uni, because that's when I first encountered Jesus, and through that actually built what I am now. You know, being there, serving people, not living the life self-focused, self-ego driven, but living a life, more fulfilling life by being there for other people. That's where I picked up, and that kind of built up over life, going through the divorce, you know, raising 3 children on my own. Definitely, it's been very challenging, very tough, you know, being a sole founder of a startup. But one thing has never changed. That core value has always been driving me, which is all about serving other people. That has never changed, and that reflects, you know, why I do what I do. So.
And Linda, when did you come to Australia?
11, 12 years of age. So at the end of year 6, the whole family migrated here. But my parents, they couldn't quite, settle in the new setting and new culture. So they decided to go back to South Korea. But that's when I first came to Australia. So it's been quite some time.
And you stayed, after your parents left, you stayed?
Yes. So I did all my study and I worked. But after marriage, I actually had to go back to South Korea for 10 years. But after divorce, I decided to come back with the 3 kids on my own. So I don't have any family or friends here in Australia. So it's only me and my kids. But thankfully, the community, the people, the church, they were all there to support me. And it's now my turn to return to the community, all the love that I've received.
Such a strong, resilient woman. And what do you do in your spare time?
Oh, do I have spare time? I'm not sure. So it's more of running around all the time, you know, as soon as I get up, 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl, you know, getting lunch ready and everything ready. But my spare time, I really love listening to, you know, sermons through YouTube. So every morning I wake up listening to having the sermons on, and, you know, packing lunch and having the breakfast ready. So that's my joy, you know, every morning. That kind of calms me down and be able to reflect myself, and am I doing the right thing in my life? Am I God focused at the moment? Am I ego driven? Am I not ego driven? So always reflecting, you know, am I remaining in the light, not the darkness? Am I doing the right to the community, serving other people? So now, that kind of reflection.
With your small business, how do you recommend this to other women? Because that allows you the flexibility to do the things with your children during their time.
Oh, yes, of course. So definitely running my own business, it definitely empowers you more, I think, because you have to be the salesperson. You have to do all the marketing yourself. You know, you have to put so many different hats on. And through that, you really can be empowered, and you really find that hidden potential in you. So for any business woman, whether the idea is small or big, it doesn't matter. You know, pull yourself together, and there are so many supporting communities out there and organizations out there who really want to help those women with that idea. Even though you're at an ideation phase, you can reach out to so many different startups and programs.
How can my audience contact you to get some advice?
Oh yeah, Facebook, Linda Kim. Look for Linda Kim. Instagram, Linda Kim Spazi. So Spazi is my startup name. LinkedIn, Linda Kim Spazi. Then you'll find it everywhere. Just reach out to me. I'd love to get connected with other women, other moms, who are struggling to find their own identity after, raising the children. I'd love to talk to them, and I can connect them. I'm known as a connector, so I'd love to connect them with other supporters and help out there to really empower you and to really rediscover who you are. God has created you as a unique being, in his own image, and you have so much potential. So don't be discouraged by anyone or anything. You have the power, and you have to trust yourself.
That's right. And your idea was that who did you first go to with your idea for your business?
Oh, Spuzzy. So I was talking to many cafe and restaurant owners. So validation is very important, and also those customers who are looking for any space for their workshop, seminar, training, team building. There's a lot of struggle because it involves lots of door knocking and not much information is out there, and it's very time consuming. And I thought, you know, cafes have all those, you know, unused space, and cafes are struggling at the moment due to high inflation and all the economic condition that they're going through. Why not match those cafes and, you know, restaurants with excess capacity with those customers, corporates or individuals or laptop workers who need a space to you know, to carry out their meetings, workshop, seminars, or even work, you know, through the platform, because Airbnb for space and catering platform is much needed, but we focus on small businesses like local cafes and restaurants. So
and
yeah,
they must be very excited because during the nighttime they're not utilizing their spaces.
that's right. That's right. That's what we want to do. So the only reason why they close at around 2 p.m. is because they open early, but that's not an excuse. That's not the only reason. Because of the high operating cost and high labor cost, they can't just keep the cafe open for 1 hour to have one customer walking in and constantly pay for you know, a staff to wait to actually, you know, work for extra hours. So that's the main reason why they close early. But what we eventually want to do is bring that nightlife, you know, in cafe as well. You know, they can open on Friday nights to hold functions or for group gatherings through that, you know, AI driven systems through the platform that can be enabled. So that way, you know, they can actually have extra income coming in, more foot traffic. You know, all the foot traffic has been diverged due to Uber delivery platform, you know, only Uber Eats drivers coming in. So we don't want that to happen. So through that, more foot traffic and more business value increased.
And as an actor myself, I see a lot of similarities in what you're saying, because we utilize spaces for the film industry in
That's right.
all these spaces that you're talking about. So the acting industry, the film industry really need those spaces.
Yep, that's another sector that we're looking at for photography, photographers, for filming, for interviews. We all need a dedicated space. But many cafes and restaurants actually have a dedicated space with unique features, beautiful ambience, but they don't see it as their unique selling proposition sometimes. So that's where we want to really highlight those cafes and restaurants with such a dedicated space to match with customers like you know, for interviewing, for filming, or for photo shooting, whatever the reason it may be. We all need a space, you know. So space is where people gather and connect and
premium.
Space is
getting space is very a commodity, isn't it? I mean, for you to have this concept of space is when did this light bulb moment come?
Oh, that was in September last year. I was very sick. I was suffering from flu, and I was constantly thinking, you know, I hear all the pain points. How can we resolve this? And I hear from cafe owners and restaurants struggling. The space is there. The rent is constantly going up. How can they keep up with this, you know, this operating cost and the cost of living? You know, they have their own family to feed. And according to industry benchmarks, they say average net profit is 10% for any busy cafes and restaurants. So that means, you know, so within 10%, let's say they get 500K a year for their revenue, they take 50K, but through that, they have to pay taxes, loans, and then finally something to take home. So they're left with nothing, but they have to work 24/7, no holiday, no vacation, if you look at those cafe and restaurant owners.
Yeah, I know a lot of them, they're closing down. They just can't.
Oh, so many.
Yeah,
that's so true.
That's fantastic. You're doing great for the New South Wales economy too, to use this service and to provide a solution. What else would you like to tell my audience? Is there anything that that would help our audiences?
So there is election, as you know, election is coming up, 14th of September, Saturday, and me and Henry are running for the Gordon Ward campaign for the Ku-ring-gai Council. So as I said, my heart is all about small businesses and next gen, how we can bring the next gen to the light. You know, they think they're in the light, but they're all bombarded with all the unnecessary information through social media. But if we can do so much to really, you know, uplift them and bring them to the light and give them core values and right values. So if you're interested, you know, you can come and help us for the campaigning, or even I would love to talk to any woman who would like some guidance, you know, or who'd like to get connected with the right people, you know, just reach out to me via social media, or just, you know, write to me, linda.kim@spazi.com. I'd love to get connected with you guys.
That's beautiful. That's right. Since I last talked with you, Linda, you're now running for council, and that is amazing, because that is the next level for you as a community leader.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to share my story with your audience. And it would be great if anyone can really be empowered and inspired through my story as a single mom with 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know,
and
as long as you have the purpose.
And you have a wonderful, beautiful mission. It shows.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And you're going to have a very busy Saturday ahead.
I think so. The kids are waiting for me.
Wonderful. Enjoy your Saturday, and I look forward to catching up with you in a few months' time.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day to you too. Thank you, Rosh.
Okay.